Good evening, internets. It's me, DP Knudten, for another BOOKWARD BOUND, one of my 301 consecutive daily live streams as I work to move forward on a book that I'm writing with the goal of having publishable PDFs available for uploading to Amazon's Kindle Direct Publishing on January 1st, 2021. Yep, that's the only way I'm going to get this puppy done is by making a commitment to you and to myself to come down at the end of the day when I have a little bit of free time and work on moving my book forward in one form or another. And so tonight I'm going to be doing that. What am I going to be doing? Well, I'm not exactly sure. I'm going to be going over to Scrivener, the application I'm using to actually write this book. And you can, hold on a second. Ooh, there we go. And this is what Scrivener looks like. Let me get that out of the way. And you can see I can actually do writing in here. Very much like Word or any other word processing application, but it's actually optimized for writing books. And that's the reason why you should use Scrivener if you're thinking about writing a book. It's available for macOS and Windows as well. I think they may even have a Linux version of it. I'm not sure, but check it out. Scrivener, Scrivener, Scrivener. Yeah. That said, what am I doing tonight? Well, I'm going through these sections, and last night I was doing this too. I was looking at each of these yellow flag sections that you can see right here. I've got blue flags, red flags, yellow flags. Yellow means I've started writing something in that section, but it may not be complete as yet. Well, I can't work on this because I'm actually going to have Roger Wakefield on the NONFICTION Brand podcast soon, and I'm going to get a ton of information. So I'm going to leave that open so I remind myself that, oh yeah, Roger's going to be on. Yeah, good. But I'm Just a Plumber is a subsection of the Be the Red Gummy Bear section, which is cool. The Nonfiction Brand formula. I got 1,800 words on that right now. Let's see where it ended up. Oh, yeah. Fragile tool. One misstep. Timed tweet or opinion. Let not mount par baked. Opinion can destroy them. Worst part, there was little you could do about it because power, those words were in the hands of the people who awarded them to you. So this is yes, reputation. Brand. But there is more to it than that. was the thing. You into more involved. Involved. Now there's a lot more involved, but I think often under comma and put everyone stands. Power reputation. Good or bad. So if it helps you to get on board, go ahead and substitute reputation for the word brand, the fiction brand, Mila, the so let's go see how I your value. Values, demons. Go ahead and sub. The non-fiction brand formula. Stands. truly does. Brand. Is this an equation you've fully yourself? If not, read on. Because that's what this book is all about, period. All right, so this is what earns this a blue flag over here in the list, because I think I want to leave that there. Cool. Yeah, so I didn't add a whole lot of words, but I did some. Like, let's see. Let's just count up these words. 204-ish. All right, that's cool. Let's continue on looking to see who you are, what you do, how you do it. Is this a full thing yet? What you do. Know who you are, what you do. All right, so I need to do a how you do it. You do it Wednesday at 1. So I need to write that. I need to flesh out. Can I do this? Come on. Is that going to let me highlight? I think. Yeah. All right. So I can highlight these areas that I painfully need to work on. Come on. Come on. Why aren't you allowing me to highlight? All right. Change the color of the type. How about that? It's not letting me do it. Isn't that weird? Let me do it. Let me highlight once. There we go. Might as well highlight the whole line. It becomes easier that way. And that's just signaling to me these are sections that need to be developed further, which I will do, but not right now. I'm just going to see if there are other sections that... What's your key 3? Ooh, that needs a lot of work. No, actually it doesn't. It's got a ton of stuff in here. Let's see at the end. Oh, all right. Yeah, am I going to have a workbook done at the time this launches? Yeah, we'll see. I'm going to highlight that sentence because I'm not sure I'm going to have all right, so how many words is this? One of the things that's cool about Scrivener is it keeps a running tally of the number of words in a section. So it'll show me the total words on the page right there, 2,884. But the highlighted ones are 2,824. And that just tells me that, okay, if I'm working on each section having close to 2,000 words, this section's going to have over that, which of course allows me to have a section that has less than that. And I've certainly got some of those. So that's cool. Equinox EQ304. Yeah, okay, that's done there. J Bear, a penchant for plaid. I got to talk to him. See if I can get him. All right. Delpina Trip. Why can't I get her to respond to an email? I guess she's telling me something. Yeah. Her loss. Yeah, so this is interesting. I'm actually actively reaching out to some people to try to write about them in the book. You know, you would think that, hey, I want to write about you and use you as a case study that's of someone who's doing a great job, talk about what you're doing, promote some of the things you've done, whether it's a book or a website or a blog or a video series, whatever it is. You would think that someone would go, oh, wow, that would be great. Yeah, let's talk. But the funny thing is, some of the people I'm trying to get in this book don't even respond to an email. Now, I totally get it. If you don't want to do it, I totally get that. If you think the book I wrote before, Rotoma, the ROI of social media top of mind, is a waste of time and you don't want to be associated with a book of that quality, totally get that. But all you have to do is say, dude, not really interested. Thanks for thinking of me. That's all it would take. No harm, no foul. But to do the I'm not even going to respond to you thing, come on, man. Because the reality is, and here's the funny thing, when I asked a couple of people, Ann Hanley and Scott Galloway, to actually write a blurb, hold on. I'm pretty proud of this, and that's why I'm going to show it off. If you look at that, you'll see the blurb up at the top is by Scott Galloway, professor of marketing at NYU Stern School of Business. And he's also on, got a Pivot, he has a podcast called Pivot with Kara Swisher of the New York Times. I mean, this guy is brilliant, and I followed him for years. And you know, he's not everybody's cup of tea, but boy, the people who love that tea love it because he serves it hot, hot, hot. Well, anyway, I reached out to him to see if he would blurb this book when it was kind of in the 95+% done phase. And what does he write? He writes that it's a book that starches the fluff from social media and helps managers allocate capital to find the unicorn among unicorns, ROI. This guy is a New York Times best-selling author, a professor of marketing at NYU Stern School of Business, the co-host of the Pivot podcast. He now has a new podcast called The Prof G Show, which you should definitely listen to. Professor Scott Galloway, The Prof G Show. The other person I asked is Ann Handley, who's been widely considered the queen of content marketing. She writes, nice little blurb on the back there. Focus, focus, focus. Hold on. This isn't just a practical way to think about the return on social media. It's also a spot-on, accurate way to reframe your social efforts. Ann Handley, marketing profs, Wall Street Journal bestselling author of Everybody Writes, your go-to guide for creating ridiculously good content. Ann Handley, who didn't know me from Adam, saw the book, liked it enough, and provided that blurb. And guess what? That blurb is working well for me, but it's also working for her. So you tell me, why would anyone that I contacted and I said, hey, I would really love to feature your story, talk about you, your properties, the things that you want to promote in a very positive way, you know, would you just leave an email like that unanswered? It's amazing the number of people who have. But that's not stopping me because there are some people that I'm going to have in the book for sure. In fact, tomorrow afternoon, I'm going to be doing a podcast session with Roger Wakefield, who is the expert plumber on YouTube, about how he's building his personal brand as a plumber. And that's going to be a really cool conversation for the Nonfiction Brand podcast. I guarantee you that. I've always when I do my presentations and stuff, when I speak to groups, I'll always try to pick a very non-standard social media using career to give an example of how you don't have to be in fashion or music to use social media to advance your personal brand. You could be, I don't know, plumber. And I always use that as kind of the reductio ad absurdum argument, reduced to the absurd argument of even a plumber could do it. Well, then I met the plumber who's actually doing it, and his entire business was saved because he decided to stop being a commodity plumber and start being a premium personal brand who happens to be a plumber. It's going to be a very interesting conversation, and that conversation is going to turn into content for the book, and I'm going to feature Roger Wakefield in a very positive way that will help even expand his personal brand even further. What's not to like about that? I mean, come on. If someone said to me, hey, DP, I want to write about you in my book, I would go, yeah, let's talk, man. What do you want to write about? What's your book about? And if his book is about gigantic jerks, yeah, I might say, nah, I pass. But if it's about building a personal brand or being an expert in marketing or copywriting or concepting or creativity, which I like to fashion myself as being an expert in, I'd go, yeah, of course. What can I do to help? Do you need a picture? I'll supply you with whatever pictures you need. And that's just how you build your personal brand. In other words, if you're at the dance and someone walks up and very politely asks you to dance. I'm talking about you, Beth McMillan. 7th grade. Still have the scars. Anyway, that's it for me tonight. I'm DP Knudten for the Nonfiction Brand Podcast and Nonfiction Brandversity, my free Facebook group that you can join simply by asking to join by searching Nonfiction Brandversity on Facebook. When you ask to join, you'll be asked 3 questions to prove you're not a malevolent bot sent by Mark Zuckerberg to take over the world. And you are in. And I hope to see you on campus. Hey, theme music. Take us on out. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.